Hey everybody, I hope this is kind of working. It doesn't seem like it's working exactly right to me, but I'm just gonna keep going as though it kind of were. Oh, there we go. I just got a notification too. I forgot to disable those. Can I still do it? Aha. No, I can't for some reason. Well, all right, we're just gonna deal with it. Let's just keep rolling. All right, so I planned a close-up for today. I know it's been a long time and I'm way overdue to give you guys a close-up, and I wanted to start by giving the kittens some treats together. And that's why the camera's pointed at nothing, because I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna put some treats together, and I thought all the kittens would come running and it would be fun to watch, but it seems like maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. It'll only take me a minute anyway. Here we go. This is what I expected. Expected a lot more of it though. I hope this is on the camera and all too, but we're going to take this someplace else to do the feeding, so just hang on a second. No, I didn't. I meant the YouTubers. Hang on, kittens. You got it. You don't have to keep hanging on. Oh my goodness. All right, hang on. We're getting there. Oh no. Oh no. Someone's breached the countertop. Oh, hang on, Pally. You gotta wait. Go back down. Hang on is the worst choice of words for this particular instance, isn't it? Anything else would be a better choice. All right, let's take the treats and the kittens and the camera. Oh, and everything. How am I going to do that? Might have to make more than one trip, folks. Didn't think that part out too carefully, did I? Okay. Let's go here. Oop, oop, oop. I got the treats. Look at that. Oh, very fancy, huh? Whoa, I got kittens jumping from my shoulders. Oh, okay. We're going to do this right in front of the regular Kitten Academy live stream camera so that we'll have a couple different angles if you're watching from there. I'm trying not to step on kittens. Carefully, hang on. Here we go. Okay. Oh. All right. Now I'm going to go back because there was one dish that I left there. Let's just go back real quick and then we'll come over here and look at everybody eating. Oh, looks like somebody's already helped themselves to the leftover dish. You want that, buddy? You can have it. All right, Ari's going to take the fancy plate, I guess. Go ahead. Ari doesn't usually like treats very much, so we'll just let him have it. Okay, so let's come back in here and see everybody, and now I get a chance to talk to you now that we've started. So hi, today's Friday. It is Friday my watch is talking about something completely different. It's not telling me the date. November 12th. Sounds good to me. And here we are with all the kittens in the living room. So, let's see here. I want to make sure that you all get a chance to see everybody. I also want you to hear Tommy usually makes a lot of noise when he's eating. Did you hear that? If you hear that little murr, that's Tommy. The other one that's a real problem is Hustle. He doesn't just make noises though. Hustle will smack other kittens that get in his way, including me. He's over here. That's Hustle at the end right there. He's not making any noises right now, but I bet if I just even touch him, he'll start telling me to back off. No? Okay, he's being very polite this morning. That's good. Hustle is actually a bigger problem about food than Tommy is. Tommy will take food very politely, even though he makes a lot of noise about it. Hustle will, claw me to get at baby food or treats that he wants. So he's the one that's got to learn the lesson now. Tommy, by the way, has taken to his lessons very well. DJ and I were just talking this morning about how Tommy is such a polite little boy. In fact, less of a problem now than just the average, kitten. The average kitten is a little more bitey than Tommy is. So that's a good spot to be. I think it's worked out really well. He's just a really cute little polite boy who he does play a little rough with his brothers sometimes, but he knows better than to do that with us now. And not so rough that his brothers and sisters can't manage it, of course. I have not. Me here asks, does Tommy have an adopter? Which is a good question. I don't know, though. I do know that applications have been coming in, so thank you to everybody who's applied for anybody. But I haven't heard anything new from Dawes, so the last official word that I have from Dawes is that they think they have adopters for everybody with the exception of Tommy and Mural. So that's the last I heard. I know, like I said, lots of applications have come in since I heard that, so things may be different, but I wouldn't know. If you want to apply, I can tell you it's not too late for that. You can go to our website, kitten.academy, and apply. Speaking of things it's too late for, I wanted to say first off, sorry. It's been a whole week, I think, since our last close-up video, and you have my apologies for that. I've been extremely busy with all kinds of things. And unfortunately, most of the stuff I've done this week has nothing to do with Kitten Academy. One of the projects, though, I'm really excited to get to does. Just haven't had time for that. Plus, I'm overdue for a couple photo shoots. I need just a generic photo shoot of these kids. I was hoping to sneak in a late Halloween photo shoot and not tell anybody and just be like, yeah, hey, look at these Halloween pictures. It took time to edit them. I still haven't done that. And of course, DJ is all over me to get our Christmas photo shoot done so that we can get our Christmas cards out. Of course, if you are a Patreon of ours, then you know that we had the sign up for the Christmas cards already. And I'm honestly, I'm touched every year by how much people seem to appreciate the Christmas cards. And even if it's not the most special thing that you've ever gotten, just thanks, the thanks that we get from people really makes it all not just worthwhile. It makes it very special. So it's fun for me to do. All right. Well, I want to make sure, since it's been a whole week, that we get a chance to be up close and personal with every single kitten. And then I was hoping to get the toys out and have a little bit of playtime with them now that treat time is over. Look at that. Speaking of which, I don't know if I mentioned, the treats are some of the Weruva food, just regular cat food that Weruva sent us. But it's so good that for these kids, they're like, that is a treat. Their plates are still full of regular food. You can see Mural's gone over to eat some of that. But the Weruva's a real treat for them. So that's been real fun. And I want to talk to you guys some more about overall health too. So let's go in order of kittens, and I think we'll start from oldest, I guess, to youngest. That's easy, especially since Caper's right here, and he would be in the oldest category for kittens. So, little Caper, what can I say about him? He's doing really well. He did have some trouble eating. He didn't want to eat regular food. And I'm happy to tell you he's over that. We haven't given him any special food, the treats he just saw notwithstanding. And he's been putting on weight and doing great, very healthy, wonderful. He still does, every time it's mealtime, instead of coming to his food plate, he comes to the kitchen to beg for special food. But if we don't give in, he does great. So very happy about that. He's fantastic. No concerns whatsoever anymore. And in fact, I'll tell you a fun thing about Caper. If you've watched the last couple mornings, I vacuum on a regular basis. And when I vacuum, Caper follows the vacuum cleaner all around the house and tries to attack it all the way around the house, upstairs, downstairs. He's constantly with me when I'm vacuuming, trying to protect me from the vacuum monster. So far, he hasn't managed to win that fight, but he hasn't given up. So it's really cute. He definitely feels like he wants to protect me. So next would be Hijinks. And I think that's Hijinks right there with his head in Rue's outfit. I also have a couple lap kittens right here, but we'll come back to them. So let's stay in order. That way I know that we've seen everybody for sure. Okay, so Hijinks would be next up in order. So let's clear some out of the way here. This is Doodle. Doodle's gonna move out of the way. And this is Rue. Rue, she got a scratch on her eye a couple days ago, which is why this eye This eye is a little bit winky, but you can see it's already almost entirely cleared up. We're just treating it with some real simple antibiotic, and I'm using a petroleum jelly-based antibiotic because I think that helps the scratch feel better. Even if there's not, there's not an infection or anything, I think having that petroleum jelly in there gives her a little bit of a buffer, so it does not like a painful thing. So she's doing fine. I don't know how she got the scratch. I suspect she probably did it herself, considering how conflict-free she tends to be. She was probably itching or pulling at her short suit and scratched it up a little. The other thing is, that she did have an abdominal injury, I think from these kittens nursing, and that is almost entirely healed up. I'll tell you, we've been treating it with just a little bit of a bandage every day. We replace a bandage, and the bandage, all we've been putting under the bandage is honey, which I am just astounded to learn is, DJ is a doctor. Wow, I don't want to get too far off topic. Hang on, let's look at Hijinks first. Hijinks, you don't need to be in there nursing this whole time or at all. We're just about to talk about that. So the interesting thing is that DJ is, a doctor, and she kind of turns her nose up every time I say, we get a cut or a wound, and I'm like, hey, let's put some, topical. We should have some topical antibiotics and put that on, then put the bandage on, because that's what I learned when I was a kid. You put on a little, what am I thinking of, like sporin, neosporin or something, or the triple antibiotic ointment, and then you put the bandage on top of that, right? DJ says, no, doesn't do that. She's kind of turns her nose up at the whole idea of topical antibiotics, says they're not that effective, they don't really do much, and she just doesn't like to do them, which surprises me. That's like her professional medical opinion, and I assume that there's exceptions to that. So when I went to Dr. K about Rue, and she looked at the little wound, which is a little tiny one, Dr. K said, let's put some honey on that and put the bandage on. And I was like, ooh, wow, what a hippie. Like Dr. K, I did not know she was such a hippie, putting honey on a wound. So I told DJ, I said, DJ, wow, I didn't know Dr. K's kind of hippie here putting honey on this wound. And DJ's like, oh no, I did several rotations in burn units, and the fanciest burn units do use honey. And that DJ would definitely endorse using honey, even if she's like kind of turns her nose up at regular antibiotics, which is surprising. It surprised me because, you think of that sort of thing as being, well, I think it makes an interesting point, and I really don't want to get too far off the topic, but the interesting point is you always hear about alternative medicine, big pharma, and people talk about stuff like that, but this is a really good example of if something works, like honey works, then that's just medicine. It's not alternative medicine. It's what the doctors use when it works. So I was just surprised to learn that honey in particular is a thing. So anyway, that's not my point. My point was we've been treating it with the honey and with a bandage, and it's almost entirely healed. And that's not even why she's wearing the suit anymore. If it was just for that, it is Manuka honey too, which I had never even heard that word. I didn't even know what it was, but I ordered some because that's what the doc was using, so that's what we used. But I don't want to get too far onto that. I wanted to say the reason she's still wearing the suit then is not because she had an injury, but because I want these kids to stop nursing. They don't need to do it, and she doesn't need to spend the calories on it. And unfortunately, they can get into this suit. There's a different suit that we found that they can't get into, that is in the wash right now. I need to go get it, especially for hijinks. That's where we were. Look at that. Look how far off topic I got with that ramble. So hijinks was kitten number 2. Ooh, we're on kitten number 2 of 13. I got to speed it up a little bit, but now you know. So look at her cleaning inside that ear for gimmick. Oh, she's the sweetest mom. I just can't believe how consistently wonderful she is to all of her kids. And some of them aren't even hers, although these are all hers, aren't they? Doodle was here. Okay, that brings us to Hustle, if we're going to keep going in order, and we are. Otherwise, I'll be utterly lost. So this is Hustle over here, and there's not too much to report on him. He's doing great, and I think I already gave you a little bit of flavor of his personality just by explaining that he is a food fiend. If there is a treat, he will fight you to get it, and he'll growl, and he'll hit you, he'll hit the other kittens, And I haven't yet managed to teach him, despite my best efforts, to lick the baby food treats. He is not a baby food treat licker. He's not a treat licker at all. He will chomp every time. It doesn't matter if it's on the spoon that will, like he chomps into it with his teeth, the spoon at full force. Doesn't matter if it's on my finger. He's going to chomp that stuff. And I'm trying to teach him not to do it, but in the meantime, if he doesn't learn, his adopter's going to have to learn to give him all of his treats by spoon, because otherwise his adopter will be missing fingers. Other than that, he's super sweet. He's a sweet kitty. He just gets so excited about eating. He doesn't know what to do, and he just bites. So we got to learn not to do it. But he doesn't bite in play or, to hurt anybody. He just like, this is how you get the most food. You use your mouth and you bite. So we've got to train him off that. We're working on it, but so far he hasn't learned a thing. Okay, so that brings us to the next one would be not you, but Gimmick. Hi, Tommy, what are you doing? He's trying to climb the tree and it's not. There you go, you got it. Graceful like a cat. Okay, so next up would be Gimmick, who's probably right here being rested on. Yes, because we just saw him. Look at that, she's using him as a pillow. I'm not going to disturb that. So sweet. Anyway, Gimmick. Gimmick and Gambit, the two G kittens, I call them the G-men sometimes. Gimmick and Gambit are both still contending for first place as far as being the most sort of social, people-oriented. But the whole class, again, I said that this whole class is just spectacular. Spectacularly friendly and wonderful. But the G-men, I think of them as being in that first position. So that's Gimmick. Oh, wow. Somebody's complaining so much Rue wanted to get up and be police. Within the minute she sat up, it stopped. Oh, I see. That's all because Hustle's still wrestling up there. Okay, well, next would be Sham, who I think this is Sham right here, isn't it? Yes, with her cute little pink collar. That's our little girl, Sham. And she is a sweetheart, too. Hi. Look at her face. She's just like, what are we doing this for? Meow, meow. Do a little dance, Sham. Okay. That's our little Sham. Every kitten in this class is so friendly. Sham likes to keep an eye on her weight, so she's a little more slender than the others, but every bit is beautiful and friendly. So now we want to... Hey, look what's going on here. You're wearing that suit so you don't nurse the kittens. Oh, I see they haven't found their way in yet, but they're trying, aren't they? She's about to. Well, okay, so this is Gambit right here. He's the other of the G-men. Hi, little buddy. This is a lot of complaining. Why don't you give her a break? All right, this is... Oh, come on now. This is Scrawl right here. There we go. Okay, so that's all of Rue's class. Now we need to go through all of Mural's class, and I guess we could start with Mural, who's obviously right here. And as you can see, we had, as you know, we had Mural in for her checkup yesterday to see if she's ready to get her surgery, and I think she is, although I haven't heard the final word from her blood work that went to the lab yesterday. I should hear about that later today, and that will be the confirmation that she's ready to schedule her spay. So we'll let you know. I think it's going to be good, though. She seems to be in excellent health. She's put on a ton of weight, which is good because for a while she was scary skinny. And she's still a little on the skinny side, but healthy now, very healthy weight. So that's good. And as I mentioned, the reason that she's still wearing the suit is only to keep the kittens from nursing because we think she needs those calories more than the kittens do. They obviously think differently. Even she thinks differently. I think she would continue to nurse them until there was just nothing left of her if she could, because she's that kind of wonderful mom cat. But fortunately, we get to step in and help help them make the responsible decision. This is too silly, them trying to get in there. So, okay, now if we're going to go through the class in order, we're going to have to get up and go someplace else first because the first kitten here is Splotch, and she's the one she's our only remaining health concern in the entire group of 13 kittens and 2 mom cats. Splotch is it. So we'll save her I'll say last. And let's go through the others real quick, and then we'll come back around. Because she's probably in the other room on the beanbag chair, I expect. Unless she's upstairs with DJ, that's possible too. Maybe we won't even see her, and I can just talk about her in a little bit. But while we're here and we've got everybody in front of us, the rest of the list then is Trace. This is Trace right here. There we go. Cute little Trace. Hi, you got a big belly. Look how healthy that belly is. Oh, yeah. So Trace, girl, Torty, and look how orange her little orange bits are getting. Do you see that? Look at those orange stripes down her belly. So striking. So that's Trace. Then we have Etch, who better not be actually nursing on anything in there. Etch is our little orange boy who you see so much of because he just stands out in these class of grays and blacks, and he's just bright orange. So you can spot him coming a mile away, little Etch. His brother is Doodle right here, who does seem to have a way in the armhole here. Look at this, they're both in, trying to get in the armholes. This is so silly. All right, let's pull your face out there. Come on, this is ridiculous. Why are we even bothering? So this is little Doodle, the little boy from Mural's class. And you can see that those first three and Splotch, who we didn't see, are all polydactyls with the big thumbs, and there's an extra little claw in between there. Then the rest of Mural's kids are not poly, which are, let's see, Squiggle, the other Torty with the beautiful orange markings. There we go. She looks a little upset at having been pulled away from Mom. So that's Squiggle. Big ol' Squiggle. I think Squiggle is the biggest of all of the kittens in her age group. She just is a good eater, and we like that. Never a complaint from little Squiggle. And then finally, that brings us to Scrawl, who has been the smallest, although I don't think that probably the smallest anymore. Probably going to be Splotch that has taken that position. I was going to point out that Scrawl and Splotch both have their orange is really coming in too. I think you can probably see that even on this camera, especially if you look at Scrawl has the little orange spot on the top of his head, just like Trace, her head. I keep calling it a him. Scrawl, thank you, Scrawl, is a girl. And she is a little baby face still. I do think she's still got a lot of that little baby face. Yeah, oh, see, there it was. So sweet. All right, Mural, you should knock this off. This is ridiculous, this whole thing. This is ridiculous. It's fine. My opinion on this is that it is fine if she wants to do this, if they want to play this game. It's not hurting anything. And the whole point of the suit is to keep them from nursing so much. And it definitely does that. Even if they get a little bit here and there, they're going to be fine. So let's take a quick look to see if Splotch is in the next room. If she's not, I don't think we're going to go upstairs to find her. We'll just say, well, no Splotch today, and that's all right. She's not. She's not here. She's probably upstairs with DJ. And like I said, that's okay. So we'll talk about her a little bit, though, before we wrap this up. But first, I'm going to come over here to the toy drawer, and we are going to bring out, oh, that's a good toy right there, the red and white mouse. That's always a winner. All right, let's take that one to start with. Oh, you know what, though? I'm going to grab a feather in case we decide to switch it up. We'll take, not this one. Let's take one with the jingle on it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, put that in my pocket. So, what was I going to say about Splotch? I was going to say that she is definitely feeling that URI, and the doc and I both still think that it's the same URI that they all had when they had those crusty eyes for a while, and that Mural had when she first came to us. You'll remember she was sneezy right from the get-go. So I think that right now, sorry, I gotta fix this toy, and I can't do all this with the camera in my hand. There we go. So the prevailing theory at the moment is that that Splotch is experiencing the URI and sort of a resurgence of it, and that it's probably I think the doc is thinking it's probably a herpes virus, which is a very common thing. I've said a million times. And that's the same thing I think I said when we talked about this same URI before. And the thing about the herpes virus in particular is, first off, I like to say your cat has herpes because your cat does have herpes. It's most likely. It's just everywhere. Every cat has it, especially any cat that's been a rescue. It's not a big deal, and generally it is not a big deal, for a cat to have throughout their lifetime. And just like for human beings, normally it's in remission, and you don't see even a symptom of it. You don't even know they have it. But I think just like with humans, they do occasionally, especially if they're stressed out, if there's anything else going on, or if they're, very young, then you can have a little bit of an outbreak of that. And I believe that's what's going on with Splotch. And for whatever reason, it's hitting Splotch a little bit harder than the rest of the family that I'm sure also has it. Whatever that reason is, we are treating her just as well as we would for, anybody, which right now means making sure that she gets enough calories to fight it off. And in her case, we've upgraded too. We're also giving some antiviral, which is famciclovir, which has a pretty good effectiveness against feline herpes, both according to the medical literature and, of course, our experience. Not the first time we've been in this particular rodeo. So I think everything is going to be fine for her. But right now, she's a little hard to take because she does, she's just got so much snot, and you can hear her breathing and the snot, just all the time there. I can really relate to, because we've all had that experience. It's not happy. But that said, she does seem pretty happy. She spent all night snuggled up with us in bed, and pretty happy about it. So that's Splotch. Since we're not going to see her, I thought it was worth talking about her just a little bit. And if you're watching the weight chart, you'll see her weight is down more than we would like, for sure. And we're just treating that by, like I said, making absolutely sure that she's eating enough to do what she needs. So that's it. That's all there is to it. I saw Anna which kitten had a limp. Well, we've actually had a couple of kittens in this class fall and end up limping for at least a little bit. But they're all fine. Those are just the regular, normal, in every class. We get some kittens that end up taking a tumble a little harder than they ought to and limping for just a little while. I used to say we've never had a serious injury that way, but of course herringbone now means I can't ever say that again. I could still say not serious because, it's just a little bit of a tiny hairline thing. But anyway, everybody's fine. That's my point. All right. I see everybody responding to my mom on the chat, on the YouTube chat here. I didn't see what she said, though, but it was obviously about dressing up for Halloween. I did dress up on Halloween as Jackson Galaxy, and I got to say, first off, I picked Jackson Galaxy just because he was so easy to do and relevant, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. So yeah, I grew out a bunch of facial hair for it. I couldn't quite manage the facial hair that he's got, but I was like, close enough. And there you go. It was fun. I didn't do a video about it or anything. I wanted to do a photo shoot where I was still dressed as him, and I didn't even do that. And now I've shaved off all the facial hair. I'm back to just a little bit of stubble, and it was cool though. Maybe I'll do it again sometime. This, you guys remember the red and white mouse being a favorite of some previous cats and classes that have been here. And it is still a favorite that these kids seem to enjoy quite a bit. But I think the most fun about it is Mural. I know I've told you this before. Mural likes to gnaw on her toys. And anytime, especially for these real fur mice, she just gnaws and gnaws and gnaws until there's nothing left but a tiny little scrap of, mouse. And she likes to do that with this one too. I was hoping I could find her and give it to her for a minute, but she's not. She's got up to go somewhere once these kids stop nursing, and she's not in sight anymore. She's probably over there eating food still or something. Whatever. Oh, Jim Hendrickson, you say any news of a new mama cat coming to KA? So yeah, that is something that we've been talking about quite a bit. And I originally had said that this right about now is when we would ask for a new mom cat. I'm still, kind of putting it off a little bit, but soon is when I will be talking to Dawes about it for sure. And DJ was actually expressing the opinion a little. Oh, so Etch just hit the screen and turned off the chat. Now I can't see what anybody's saying. I'm sure you guys can still see each other, but it's just not on my screen anymore. Thanks, Etch. That's all right. Let's see. I got to turn it back on. What did you do, Etch? There we go. Okay. Mom cats. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I probably will reach out to Dawes and talk about it soon. But DJ was expressing the opinion, and I think I agree with her that it might be okay to wait just a little bit longer. And if we end up in the circumstance where we actually have just a mom cat and no kittens, I think that would be okay with everybody, right? It's okay if we take it kind of easy with just a mom cat for a little while. Or, who knows? Maybe kittens turn up and that's fine too. I don't mind either way. But DJ was just saying it wouldn't be so bad. And I hope you guys are on the same page as that. Have you noticed as we're playing here how polite Tommy is in particular? Giving everybody a chance and not going at it too hard. And actually, it's easier to get the toys back from Tommy than the other kittens. Like he's willing to let it go so he can play more, where some of the other kittens want to grab it and take it away and hide with it. This is a good point to mention as I was playing with it last night. Scrawl here. Scrawl was also the biggest fan of this particular toy last night, and I gave it to her for a little while to just take away and play with on her own, which she did. So again, it seems like she's the biggest fan of this one. But then everything changes if I get the feather out. And we got to wrap this up, so I'm gonna get the feather out. I'm gonna wrap it up. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Let's see if I can give this to Scrawl to just take away for a minute. Scrawl, do you want this? You earned it. There you go. Oh, it's okay. It's all yours. Is she going to take it somewhere with her? Oh, I got the bell. Now she's going to be very interested in the bell. Yeah, I think Tommy's situation, I think, is fundamentally altered from when we brought him in. I think he's actually one of the more polite kittens that we have. He's really learned his lesson well. He's a sweetheart. And also, he likes that feather. Oh, he's a jumper when it comes to the feather, isn't he? Last night, it was him and Hijinks, I think, was the biggest feather jumper. But I don't... Oh, there's... no, where's Hijinks? Oh, he's just watching today. All right, that's fine then. All right. Well, hey, look, it's been over 30 minutes. So let me wrap it up. Let me repeat one more time. I'm so sorry we didn't get to do any close-ups sooner this week. My apologies for that, but I couldn't let it go past a week without doing any. So here we are. I hope you can forgive me for that. And then the real summary I want to leave you guys with is just that everybody is super healthy right now. With the possible exception of Splotch not feeling it so much, and we're working on her. So it's all good, I think. We're just feeling happy about the overall health here, and that's good. All right, so we'll leave you guys with a few minutes of just watching these kids play, and then if you want to keep watching them play after that, you know, you can tune into the Kitten Academy live stream anytime and see what's on the cameras. Oh, hey, is that Splotch right there? She came down, she heard all the people playing, she wanted to be part of it. Hi, you're not looking too bad right now either. I can see you got a little bit of an eye goober. Oh, and a sneeze for us. Okay, well, just to make the point. But there she is. Hi. Hi, wherever you were, I'm glad you found us. As I was saying, if you want to keep watching these kittens play, tune into the Kitten Academy live stream after this, and there is a camera right there, and there's a camera, oh, hey, there's one right there. That's not always there, but it's there right now. Boop. There's another one up there in the corner somewhere, and all over, and there's so many cameras in this room. This bad boy can hold so many cameras. So Kitten Academy live stream, you can watch them all day long, and I hope you do. But if not, don't forget tomorrow. I think tomorrow's still Saturday, and we'll do mailbag at 10 on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. And then in theory, we owe you another close-up on Monday, and I hope we manage to get that one done, and that there aren't any other sort of emergencies that take up the entire week. We'll see. So that's it. Thanks so much. And yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna shut up and let you watch the little kittens play for a couple minutes, and then I'll just end this. All right. Oh, Splotch is like, don't bring it by me. Oh. Splotch seems like she's getting ready to take her shot. You ready to take a shot, kiddo? She's thinking about it, but then when the moment comes, it's too much pressure. All right, everybody. See you on the regular stream.